I guess this is my newfound career, so I'm gonna say what on my mind and what I think, brother. First of all, that's his mother. Wrong, right, or indifferent, she gonna lie, steal, kill, and protect her child. That's what she's supposed to do. But the apple don't fall far from the tree, man. You gotta realize that. You know, he didn't get all this from his daddy, because he didn't know his daddy, even though they try to say his daddy was some big time drug dealer in the whole 9 yards. You understand? He didn't get this from his daddy. You gotta realize, man, you know, his mother had a modeling agency, and it was alleged that it was also ladies of the night, a prostitution ring too. Then his mother wore the same white fingernail polish that Cassie described that he liked to see her and other models in when she was describing her lawsuit. And what's crazy to me is that, man, it seemed like him and his mother had this, I don't want to get too deep, man, this Oedipus complex thing. You know what I mean? And a lot of people going to say, yo, Oedipus complex. Well, let me just tell you a brief story so you'll know. Oedipus it may have been Greek mythology, or it was probably Greek mythology or something like that, but it's a story about a young man that was told that he was going to kill his father and marry his mother. You know, I don't know how many dudes do kiss their mother in their mouth when they 50, 60 years old or something like that. That's them, that's their whole thing, man. But that was a little kind of weird for me. And I'm looking at his mother and him on the couch, and both of them are getting IVs after one of the Diddy parties. Allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly because I wasn't there and I didn't know. But they showed them both getting IVs on the couch. So my whole thing about this thing is that I'm not saying that she was ever at a freak off, she was ever at that type of party, but you can't tell me Miss Janice Combs, who was always at the regular parties, didn't know nothing about the freak off parties. Kirk Burroughs once told me he slapped his mother. And I told everybody, had I known he slapped his mother after I told Kirk Burroughs, Kirk told me after I straightened his ass out for cussing his mama out. His mother came in the limousine and he was on the phone and she said, yo, why don't you tell these people like that? And he just cussed her clean out like on some, didn't I tell you to stay out my motherfucking business? And I was like, yo, I was shocked. She didn't say nothing. I said to him, I said, yo, boy, let me tell you something. If you ever cuss your mama again, I'm gonna beat the shit out you. Son, you gotta understand that, man. Miss Janice Combs been around for a long time and she's a trendsetter. Where you think Little Kim, Mary J. Blige, and the rest of them get that blonde hair from? She popped up in the club with the blonde hair, the nails, the eyelashes, way before they was doing it. You people, I don't have no qualms in her defending her son. That's what she's supposed to do, man. And if she didn't, I would look different at her. You know what I'm saying? She's just always bothered me for whatever reason. You know, people laugh and joke and say that when I say this back in the day, you know, I'm 6'7", 30 in the waist, handsome in the face. You understand? She used to come at me a certain way that it made Puff real mad this particular day. And I don't know what happened. I'm outside the office and he got Justin there. So my responsibility is him and Justin, nobody else. I don't give a what goes on in that office, what happens, stuff like that. My responsibility is him and Justin. That's it. Now they got interns, they got everybody walking around the office the whole 9 yards. She said, yo, Gene, I need you to go to my car. You know, I said, go to your car? She said, yeah, I got some food in my car. I want you to go get it. I said, I'm not here for that. That ain't what I ain't here for that. I'm not going to get your food. She was like, why everybody do what I tell them to do except you? I said, because I don't work for you. I said, I don't work for you. Why are you always asking me when you got all these interns around here to do like that? And Puff must have heard something. Puff came out that door. Why you always messing with Gene? Leave Gene alone. He was talking to his mother like this. He was like, yo, leave Gene alone. You always messing with Gene. Stop it. From that, and then he said, yo, Paul, figure something out. I said, he ain't got to figure nothing out. After I finished working for him, I never went back. I never went back. So she was dating young guys back then. So, you know, that's her thing. You know, the way she dressed is not age appropriate. And I know some women gonna say, how she supposed to dress? She could dress whatever she want to. Man, listen to me, man. Nah. I ain't gonna have my mama around my friends or nobody with some me drawers on and talking about, you know, she my mama.
So, yo, I don't F with that dude. And at the time, I didn't know who the F Usher was. You know what I'm saying? It was one of those type of situations. And when somebody say, yo, man, I don't F with them niggas. Man, I'm getting out that industry and everything like that. You know, Puff sent this little kid to the hospital. How he sent her to the hospital? Man, Nick was bleeding from the butt. And that's what was said. But I didn't even have a name for the kid at the time. Then you heard, and that's what happened. And that's just, you know, that's something that you heard. You don't know if it's true, you just heard it.
Recent claims have surfaced suggesting that Sean Diddy Combs may have transported minors to private events, raising serious concerns. These allegations are tied to broader accusations of misconduct and exploitation that have come to light in recent months. Reports describe instances where young individuals were allegedly present at gatherings where inappropriate behavior, including the use of drugs and alcohol, was said to occur. Such events, often referred to as freak-offs, have been characterized as highly private and controversial, with claims that they included activities lasting for days and involved various participants. The suggestion that minors might have been involved adds a deeply troubling layer to these allegations. Diddy has denied any wrongdoing in these matters and is currently facing legal proceedings where these claims, among others, are being examined. His legal team has been vocal in challenging the handling of the investigation and the accusations against him, calling for a fair examination of the evidence. This ongoing case has brought significant scrutiny to Diddy's public image, with many awaiting the trial scheduled for 2025. The outcomes of these proceedings will likely have far-reaching consequences for both his personal and professional life.
Things that I've saw or things that I've witnessed and been a part of, I've said it. I'm not afraid to say what I saw or what I didn't see. A lot of people want to make up shit. I don't make up things. When I say Puff go in the room with two girls, you understand, and another guy and a rapper, and then all of a sudden they cousin try to go in the room, I throw them up against the piano, they run out the room with grabbing towels and they naked. They still had two girls in the room. But people want to make up a lot of bullshit and say what they want to say and flip it the way they want to flip it. But I tell you one thing, it's from my mouth to God's ear. And all these clowns can say whatever they want to say. Like I'm just saying, he lived a rock and roll lifestyle when I was with him, bro. I don't know about his sex addiction and stuff like that. He was a totally different person, bro. When I try to tell people that, they don't understand that. He was probably doing some of the little snake shit, doing some things and stuff like that, but the magnitude and what he was doing with the freak off parties and all like that, I didn't experience that with him.
Gene Deal served as a personal bodyguard for Sean Diddy Combs during the 1990s, providing security during a pivotal era in hip-hop. His tenure coincided with significant events. Deal has since become a vocal figure, sharing his experiences and insights into the music industry. He has participated in interviews and documentaries, offering perspectives on Diddy's rise to fame and the complexities of the hip-hop scene during that period. His first-hand accounts have contributed to a deeper understanding of the industry's inner workings and the challenges faced by artists and their entourages.
with you on that. But have you seen this photo that went viral on social media? It's a photo of Diddy, Aaliyah, Andre Harrell, Dame Dash, and Jennifer Lopez. Have you seen this?
Yeah, I seen it. I briefly looked at it while I was online. But I think that picture is from Bad Boy Weekend in the Hamptons. It was Bad Boy and Rockefeller Weekend in the Hamptons. You understand? It was, I remember Stacey Dash and Aaliyah, they was on Rockefeller team. You understand? And Bad Boy had their artists and stuff like that. And they were all playing softball up there in the Hamptons. And later on, Puff gave a white party, you know, at his house. He gave a party at his house, you know, the one he had in the Hamptons. And I was the one who was letting people in the front. I had the door in the front, so when people drive in, they come up in there, whatever like that. I was the one who let them in. It was a private party like that, only for Bad Boy and Rockefeller people. But it was nothing like freaky about that picture, nothing like that. I think he got the idea from, it used to be this club in Miami, and they used to have beds everywhere. So I think he was just trying to get that type of feel like from Miami, like that club was.
Right, but how you feel about Diddy lawyer? He trying to get him transferred to a jail in New Jersey to get better access to him?
It's not up to Diddy lawyer, it's up to the prison system. The judge even told him, the judge cannot tell the Department of Corrections, the prison department, how to run their prison. Now, he was supposed to get him in some kind of medical facility because of, he think that his life is in danger. Yeah, every prisoner life is in danger. And they looking at the fact that Epstein, who may have some dealings with Diddy, he died in that place. So they may have a good case, but it's still up to the prison system to decide where he go.
Jeffrey Epstein was in a Manhattan federal detention facility awaiting trial after being charged in July 2019 with trafficking minors and conspiracy. Prosecutors allege that he orchestrated a network to exploit underage girls, often luring them with false promises of financial or career opportunities. His arrest came after years of scrutiny over a prior conviction in 2008, where he received a controversial plea deal for similar crimes. On August 10, 2019, Epstein was found unresponsive in his cell. His death was officially ruled a suicide by hanging. However, the circumstances surrounding his death raised significant questions. He had been placed on suicide watch following an earlier incident in which he was found injured in his cell, but this status was reportedly removed shortly before his death. Surveillance cameras outside his cell were reported to have malfunctioned, and guards were accused of failing to perform routine checks. These inconsistencies have led to widespread speculation and conspiracy theories about whether Epstein's death was truly a suicide or if foul play was involved. His death ended the criminal proceedings against him, but left many unanswered questions about the scope of his crimes and the potential involvement of others. The investigations into Epstein's associates and their possible roles in his actions remain ongoing.
He gonna get the same treatment no matter how much money he got from them correction officers. Because if they don't and they get caught giving him preferential treatment, they gonna lose their job.
So you feel like Pac fans will try to do something to him?
Pac and Biggie fans. He can have issues with both of them because a lot of people think, because of the statement that Keefe D made, that he did something to Pac. A lot of people know or think that because of Biggie leaving, they finding out that Biggie was leaving Bad Boy, that he may have had something to do with Biggie. His kids are well taken care of. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't worrying about those kids before he got locked up. Not like that. Maybe
with the baby, but the other girls, they seem like they fine. Quincy seemed like he's doing a good job in making sure that those girls are being taken care of. And the rest of everybody else is grown. Or they young adults. So that's just a ploy, bruh. All that's a ploy to, try to change the circumstances in this situation. But they won't change. His circumstances and situation as far as the correctional facility and where he's being housed at is not going to change until the courts tell him to change it. Because when they were in the room and they would go in the room with another couple, right? And I've seen some things happen in the jacuzzi. Like when I'm the only one could go to the room 9 times out of 10. When Puff was the one who, was in the presidential suite, I'm the only one allowed. I gotta watch the door. No one can get into that door. I'm the only one that had the pass key or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes you would hear a boom, 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 a thump or whatever the situation is and stuff like that. Yo, what's up? Everything good? And sometimes they would open the door. I'm right there by the door. Sometimes you see things you don't want to see. Bruh, I knew about the butt plug fetishes because I saw that with my own eyes. I knew about him and Kim being swingers with other people, whether it was another male or another woman or a male and a woman together. I saw that with my own eyes. You got to realize is that after 2005, I didn't see anything that Puff was doing or what he didn't do. Puff had got addicted to opioid. And being addicted to those things bring other drugs on. I seen Puff smoke a cigarette. I never saw him smoke a cigarette. He was on the beach smoking a cigarette on YouTube. Then I seen him, smoking weed and drinking. I was like, that ain't the Puff I know. Drinking like he was and doing all like that. And that ain't the Puff that I knew. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta realize he had a certain respect around me because I was his OG from the same gang. You understand? And he knew I was law enforcement. He knew I didn't play certain things. So he ain't gonna do what he do around other people in front of me because he knew I'm gonna check him on that.
Who can know it all better than your ex-bodyguard, right?
We were in Cancun and we were on our way to the Island of Women. You understand? And this is all it was, bruh. For whatever reason, dude was playing with Puff. He went behind him and grabbed his trunks and pulled them down. When he grabbed his trunk to pull it down, some girls that was taking pictures. They took that picture and emailed it back to Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams said she had him in a compromising position and like it was gay porn or something like that. And she was gonna put it out. It's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing. And I don't wanna see the tapes, but I wanna know if they really true. Cause if they got some tapes out there and it's with some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy. And they're gonna have to bring that to forefront because the prosecutor's gonna want those tapes. And they're gonna do whatever they have to do legally to get those tapes. No ifs, ands, and buts about it. So we just better hope for his sake, that that's just a bunch of bull crap. But then there's lawyers out there saying, yeah, the tape does exist. And they have yet said anything about Gene Deal, other than you internet clowns. Not one victim, not one witness said Gene Deal was involved in any of that. But y'all want to come out here and y'all want to say, yo, I want to see, I want Gene Deal to tell this. I can't tell nothing, man. Listen to me. If you think I'm stupid and blooping, you think I'm that motherfucking, oh my God, man, I can't even. Do you think I'm an individual that's so dumb that I done did all kinds of dirt with this man and I'ma come out against him? It's like shooting myself in the foot.
Mr. Deal certainly didn't hold back with his statements. Personally, I hope and pray that no children were involved, because if they were, it could spell serious legal trouble for many high-profile celebrities. With Diddy's trial set to begin in May 2025, these allegations will undoubtedly take center stage, potentially uncovering deeper layers to the case. On a personal note, it would deeply sadden me to think that Kim Porter might have voluntarily participated in the freak-offs, as the thought of her involvement in such events is truly disheartening. Thank you for watching Pulse of Today, POT TV, your favorite celebrity gossip channel.